Peace, what's going on, guys? This is Joel with the Money Codes, and today we're going to be going over the news that Apple will be sending over their buy now, pay later information over to the credit bureaus, starting with Experian. On today's episode, let's talk about how this is going to impact your credit profile going forward. But before we jump into the details, let's clarify what buy now, pay later is for those that might be unfamiliar with the concept. By the way, sometimes you may see it as buy now, pay later. Sometimes you might see it abbreviated as BNPL. Buy now, pay later offers consumers the option to make purchases and pay for them over time rather than paying for everything all at once. This payment method is gaining popularity due to its convenience and flexibility. If you've ordered anything online recently, I'm pretty sure you've seen the option when you're on the checkout page. It's usually next to the Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, Klarna. At some point, you're going to see this buy now, pay later option on the checkout page. Now, onto the news. Apple has made a significant move by teaming up with Experian to include the Apple Pay Later loan information directly onto the Experian consumer credit reports. This is a big deal because Apple became the first major buy now, pay later provider to share such data with a major credit bureau. The adoption of buy now, pay later loans have been pretty crazy. According to a 2021 survey by Credit Karma, 42% of American consumers have already utilized buy now, pay later at least once. And a Juniper research report is forecasting a 157% increase in global buy now, pay later users by 2027. If you do some quick math, they're projecting about 900 million people are going to be using buy now, pay later options like the Apple Pay Later. So the $1 million question is, when is Apple going to start sending this information over to Experian? And the answer is they already have. Starting March 1st, Experian credit reports will reflect any loans initiated through Apple Pay Later. Experian has clarified that even though this data won't affect traditional credit scoring models right away, it may still influence scoring models down the line, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. And by the way, guys, this is another reason why we get new scoring models every few years, right? If you think, why am I seeing FICO 8, FICO 9, FICO 10, FICO 10T? If you're thinking about why you keep seeing all these new scoring models, as consumer behavior changes and new products start to get used and rolled out, the credit scoring algorithm has to get updated. We saw this recently with rental payments being calculated in the newer FICO scoring models. Remember the FICO 542 mortgage models? They weren't recognizing and seeing the rental payments. But the later FICO scoring models, they do recognize and they count the rental payments like Rental Karma or Rent Reporters. The new scoring models actually take that data and consider it when creating your credit score. That's the main reason why you're always seeing these new updated scoring models, because as the world changes, FICO has to change how they score our credit reports. And it's going to be up to the lenders to decide which scoring models they want to use when it's time to make a decision on your credit approvals, right? So now let's think about the broader implication about this partnership and Apple sending over this data. Now, while they say the move aims to enhance transparency and empower consumers to build their credit profiles responsibly, it's always important, I'm going to keep reminding you guys, how the credit bureaus actually make their money. Credit bureaus like Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, they sell your information to third parties, including banks and other financial institutions. So that means even though Apple Pay Later loans may not directly affect credit scores right now, they could still influence lending decisions made by other financial institutions. Remember, banks make credit decisions using more than just your 3-digit FICO score. And last week we talked about how the credit bureaus are sharing information with companies like Lexus Nexus and how that information impacts way more than just, can I get approved for this credit card? The credit bureau sharing your information with Lexus Nexus, it impacts way more than you think. If you haven't watched that video, above my head, I'm going to link the video for Lexus Nexus. Go ahead and check that out if you haven't watched that already. So it's important that we understand how our financial data is utilized and shared within the industry. As consumer behavior evolves and buy now, pay later loans become more prevalent, consumers need to stay informed about the implications for their financial well-being. So that's pretty much it, guys. What are your thoughts on the partnership of Apple now sending over the buy now, pay later data over to Experian, and how it might potentially impact how financial institutions may decide if they're going to approve you on lending products in the future? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'm gonna check you guys out in the next video. Have a good one. Peace.